Hello everybody, it's Vanessa. Welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are doing well. Let me just start off by saying I have not filmed a video, like sat down and filmed, in about 3 months. I had a case of strep back in March on my birthday. I got strep that day, and then a couple weeks later I got laryngitis. A couple weeks after that I got strep again. Couple of weeks after that I got one of the worst colds that I've had in a really long time, and I'm still sort of kind of recovering. I think like I'm only maybe like 90% fully recovered. Like I still have like a little bit of like congestion and stuff, so that's like, oh, you know. But I'm really happy to be back and filming. I've missed doing this. I have like a bunch of stuff that I want to do reviews on. I have like at least 3 other foundations and a bunch of videos that I have planned, so I'm really happy to be back. So today I will be reviewing the new Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Skin Blurring Tint right here. And I've noticed in, you know, the whole makeup business that for like the past year, maybe longer, I don't know, we're kind of moving more towards lighter to medium coverage foundations or CC creams and all that. We're kind of moving away from the full coverage, and personally I think that it's great. I think that we should definitely be embracing our skin and the imperfections that we have and just kind of enhancing our skin and not totally covering up. Although if you want to cover it all up, by all means go for it. There's days when I just want to do that, but I definitely I'm really into this, just showing your skin, your natural skin, and you know, even if you have a few flaws here and there, who cares? You know, just it's all about enhancing what you already got. So that's my personal opinion, my 2 cents in there. So I got mine in the shade 10 right here. And of course, it being Fenty Beauty, I feel like it does have a pretty decent selection of shades. It doesn't have as many as like their foundations or, you know, that stuff, because it is kind of like a more, I don't want to say universal, but I feel like you could definitely get away with wearing shade down and it wouldn't look too weird, or like in my case a shade up, and I don't feel like it looks totally, as I have like a little line right here going on. Okay, I blended it a little bit so it looks a little bit better, but yeah, I feel like it definitely, you could wear something a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, and you're not really going to notice it too much. So this claims to have light to medium coverage and for all skin tones, blends and blurs to instant perfection and light as air. I feel like for the most part it's definitely pretty accurate with the description. I would say that it's a very light feeling foundation. There's absolutely no stiffness to it. I feel like it gives like a really nice glow. I think it's perfect for summer, going out, because you don't want to be wearing anything too heavy or cakey during the summer, because it's just going to end up looking all gross. And this definitely just feels very light. The coverage, it's very light and barely, I would say, with a second layer, a medium coverage. So with just one layer, it's definitely very light coverage. It's just gonna even everything out a little bit. During the application, I showed that I have to go in with a second layer using my fingertips to kind of cover up any little red spots that I have around here, which I don't mind. Also, like, you know, especially like right around here where I get some redness, usually my concealer also just kind of covers that up. There's no SPF in it or anything like that from what I'm reading. So if you're sensitive to certain types of chemical or physical SPFs, or, you know, if you're worried about like white cast or stuff like that, you don't have to worry about it. There's no SPF, which means you have to wear your sunscreen underneath. So don't forget about sunscreen. Very important. So I'm going to do a full day wear test. Right now it's a little bit after 11, so I'll be back here possibly midday, but for sure around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight to do my final check-in. And I'm just going to go ahead with the application. I will see you guys later. Okay, so like I said, I got it in the shade 10 right here. So let's just go ahead and open up the box. Okay, and here's just how the packaging looks like, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to see if it applies better with my beauty sponge or with my fingertips. I'm just going to kind of wing it. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good shade for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and just spread it all over. Okay, so I just finished the first layer. I am going to be going in with a very light second layer in certain spots just to kind of see if it can build up a little bit more. I wanted to open the full window and all that, but I don't think I can because some neighbors just moved in. They don't have blinds yet, so I don't want to invade their privacy or anything like that. So I just cracked it open just a little bit. Hopefully you can kind of see. It definitely feels very and looks very glowy. It has very, very light coverage. I would say, I don't know, maybe like on the spectrum of light coverage, it's maybe on the higher side of light coverage, if that makes any sense. If you're a foundation aficionado like I am, you probably kind of know what I'm talking about. Like, it's not fully medium, it's just kind of a high light coverage. It didn't cover much up of some of my redness right here. It kind of sort of did, but like right here, you can kind of still see some redness. You can still see my little pimply bit right here that's coming out. So not the greatest coverage. It's not claiming to have the greatest of coverage either, so I'm not going to knock it down for that. But like I said, I'm going to go in with a second layer and kind of see if it can build up a little bit more. But so far, I'm not mad at it. It definitely just kind of evened my skin tone out a little bit, which I like. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get with the second layer. Okay, so this is the second layer, and I have to say I'm a little bit more comfortable with this level of coverage. I think that it's probably like a very light medium coverage at this point. It covered up a little bit of redness, and I did apply it with my hands. You can probably see they're kind of dirty right now. I just went ahead and just gave it a try, and I do feel that the fingertips definitely give you more coverage, which makes sense because of, you know, you tap a beauty blender or beauty sponge, it's gonna, you know, kind of soak up a little bit of product. So it makes sense to, you know, that your fingers are gonna give you more coverage, which they did. It covered up the redness that I had right here. My pimples just, you know, still kind of like, you know, a little bit red, but not too bad. So the second layer definitely added a lot more coverage, and I'm pretty happy with the coverage right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I just finished the rest of my makeup. I didn't use any powder products because I didn't want to take away any of the glowiness from the foundation. So I added some concealer. I did not set it, so it's just the concealer right here. I added some cream blush and some cream bronzer to just kind of keep the glowiness throughout the day. So we're gonna see how that goes. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the coverage. I definitely feel like it's probably one of the lighter coverage foundations that I own. I'm not mad at it at all, but definitely I normally would wear something with a little bit more coverage than this. But overall, it did a pretty good job at just kind of evening everything out. It took away a little bit of the redness with the second layer. So I'm just going to go ahead and wear this for the next several hours. Right now it is almost 11. It is 10:52 right now. So I will be back here probably at around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm going to do a full day wear test. So I will see you guys then. All right, everybody, I'm here for the final check-in of the night. I was going to wait another hour, but I've already made up my mind about what I'm going to say, and I've just formed my opinion about this foundation. So I thought I'm just gonna end it right now. It's 5:53-ish, just a little before 6 o'clock. So let me just say, I looked up on Sephora just to kind of look up, you know, additional information. I'll put the description of what the site says up here. And basically it's claiming to be like resistant, like transfer resistant proof. And I took a little bit of a nap and I rested my hands on my sides, and if you guys can kind of see right here, well, that's where my hand was, it is not resistant proof. Even earlier, like around midday, I would get my nails and just kind of like accidentally scratch my face. And I mean, like right now, if you can kind of sort of see, like it's not like it's gonna transfer for sure. That's a false claim. No, it's gonna transfer for sure. It doesn't claim to have like an all-day wear or anything, and let me just say it doesn't. It's only 7 hours in, and it's completely rubbed off on my nose, parts of my forehead. I feel like pretty greasy. I'm actually gonna go in with one of these little things to kind of just like blot a little bit, and I don't have oily skin. Mine's kind of like borderline combo to dry. My T-zone does tend to be a little bit oily, but I feel oily like all over. I mean, like literally everywhere. I feel like I'm oily in every single part of my face. So if you have really dry skin, I feel like this would be probably perfect for you. Since mine's a little bit more on the combo side, it's maybe not the best option, but I will say that I think it's like light enough to be able to be worn, like if you're gonna go outside and you just need a little bit of something to cover up, you know, any little minor things on your skin that you want to cover up. It's so lightweight. One layer is just really, really not enough for me. Like I said earlier, I had to double up on the coverage because one layer just wasn't enough for me. I could definitely see myself wearing this again to, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the beach. I think it's like really nice just to have a little something, you know, to kind of even out your skin tone. You don't want to wear a full-on, you know, medium or full coverage foundation to the beach. I mean, if you do, go for it. But for me, that's probably how I would wear this. Maybe if I'm gonna go hiking, I would put this on just to kind of even out my skin tone, or anything outdoors where I know I'm probably gonna be sweating a little bit. So that way it's not like a big old foundation sweat drop coming down from here. You know what I mean? I don't want that. So I think that it will definitely serve its purpose in my makeup collection, but I don't see myself really reaching for it like on an everyday basis. I have other foundations that are kind of like a little bit more towards the light medium coverage that I prefer a lot, you know, a lot more, like the Urban Decay one and the When Wild one. So I don't think it's a bad foundation. It's just maybe not the best that I've tried recently, in my opinion. If I had to give it a rating, I would probably give it like a 3.7, just because it got really greasy on me, and not a lot of things get greasy on me because I do tend to have a little bit of drier skin. So yeah, not the best, not the worst. I think that if you have dry skin, you're probably gonna love it. If you have oily skin, I would actually just say just completely just skip it. You can probably find something better. I think the Wet n Wild foundation, which I reviewed a couple of months back, I think I'll put the link somewhere around here. I think that would probably be a better option. It has a little bit more coverage, and just the wear is just overall a lot better, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, that's just my final opinion on the new Fenty foundation. So if you guys like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.